Sarah here with Purple Angel Oracle. Happy to be awake and ascending with you all. So, I want to talk about this powerful, potent energy of manifestation that's occurring right now. And I have noticed it just within the past few days. The energies are getting more and more intense, and that's negative, positive, all the energy that we're dealing with here. So, I struggle with this as well, and that's, where you're focusing your attention, because where you are focusing your energy and your attention, that's what's going to manifest outside of you. And it'll manifest in so many different ways, and it's not even what you're picturing. It just, that energy finds a way to take form. And you might not even be aware that you're in a so-called negative energy space. Like just the other day, my dad and my brother, a lot of us, there was just, I felt it in the air, this potent, dense, dark energy around us. And one thing after another went wrong that day. And that's just depending on how you look at it. Everything's a way to learn, right? But like a car breaking down, or it just, so many different things happened in one day that I'm like, okay, I think it's a little, I need to just stay in the house. That's what it felt like. And we just felt it. And some things you can't control. You don't constantly have to feel like it's you doing it. It's just how you're responding to the energy. And I think what I'm getting, the point I'm trying to get at here is it's really important right now, I think, to be aware of your thoughts and how you're feeling, and just be aware. Just be aware of it, that these things that are occurring outside of you, whether they're good or bad, is just based on, a lot of the time, the collective energy as well. Many people, that could have been a major day for release, as I said, with the solar storm and everything that occurred. Releasing these deep, dense energies. I mean, my dad and I even got into kind of a small confrontation with someone at a cell phone store. And it was totally, I mean, we weren't being rude or anything. We could just sense that person they were about to explode. And they did. They exploded. So being aware of that humanity is going through this very powerful release and purge, and as the veil's being lifted, manifestation becomes a lot easier and quicker. And where you're focusing, where your focus is how your reality is going to be. If you're feeling down or depressed, that's what you're going to see. That's typically how everything's going to look to you. Very depressed, or very depressing, right? Things aren't just, they're not going to have that glow if you're not feeling well. And that's what I'm talking about, is just being aware of that. Even if you are feeling not so well, or you're angry, you don't have to try and change that, because most of the time you can't. You're just going to have to ride that out. But it's important to just be aware that what you're seeing in your outer reality throughout that day, that you're feeling that way, is just a reflection of what you're feeling on the inside. And to not judge, and to just be aware that how people are responding to you, and that it all has to do with this energy. And it's getting very strong. So as the veil's being lifted, right, and more light's coming in, the darkness, when you're putting light on the darkness, and it tries to resist it. So it gets almost stronger and more potent for the time being, right? As we clear all this out, as we shine the light on the darkness, that's kind of what happens as a pushback here. So that's exactly why we're seeing everything we're seeing in our outer reality, as far as all the major events in the world right now, and with the earth, releasing all this. So I just have been feeling this energy of manifestation here is so quick. I mean, I'm noticing it when if I'm feeling good, and I see beautiful things different. If I'm open-minded to miracles, I start seeing them. It's all about where we're putting our focus, but also not trying to shift out of a negative feeling, because that needs to happen. But being aware, right? Just being aware that if you have a series of unfortunate events throughout the day, that it's something that the collective is clearing, and there's something that it has to be said about you as well. So yeah, and I pulled a few cards here, and the first one I got out was the first chakra, which is Archangel Michael. And your first chakra, your root chakra, represents your security, your stability. And these issues of that, if you've had difficult emotions in the past, or feeling unstable, insecure, fear about your safety, depressed, concerned, anything like that, nightmares. Okay, that's something I've been dealing with. I've been having some nightmares, I'll tell you what. This is what's being resolved right now. Like this, getting to the root, okay, the core here. So these are the issues that are being resolved. Safety, security. You can't, if you don't feel safe and secure with yourself, it's very hard to open your mind to anything else. It's almost impossible. If that root, a sense of security isn't there. So that's why a lot of this is being brought up, is because it has to be resolved. And it is, because when the card comes out upright, it does indicate that's what we're working on right now. That's what the angels are working on. So that's what we're focusing on. And then I pulled another card from my dragon deck, and I got the orange gold dragon from Arcturus. And it says, opens you to the knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future and be a guiding light. Exactly. So as we go through this process, many of us have gone through these waves of this many times. It's just more intense right now, okay? Because all of humanity is going through it now, not just us as individuals. So we're feeling a lot. But like I said, it's super important to just be aware. Be aware of that. Remember who you are, that you're a higher dimensional being and what you came here for. And every day, wake up with the intent, or try to focus on the prize here, the light at the end of the tunnel, what we're achieving here, what is already been achieved. It's just kind of, we're watching it play itself out. Carry the energy of the future. Hold that energy, because that's what we're manifesting here. So when you're starting to feel down or depressed or unstable, if at all possible, and believe me, I'm still trying to do this. I get lost in my day-to-day life sometimes and forget to just sit down, recenter, and visualize what it is I truly desire for myself, for my family, for the planet. And I promise you, if you take that time to visualize that for yourself, visualize yourself in joy, those you love in joy and bliss, in the whole planet being in harmony, you'll begin to feel that energy, okay? And recenter and be that guiding light. And then the last one out, lifting the veil, questioning everything, and anything unaligned must go. So that's exactly what all of humanity is doing right now. We're waking up. It's the Great Awakening. People are questioning everything. And they're feeling this sense of unalignment, like looking at this and being like, whoa, that is unacceptable. We need to change this. And that's what we're seeing in our outer reality here, okay? And you might notice that certain individuals in your life who have been in your life, they're starting to feel more and more unaligned with you. Like the divide between the two energies of you guys, this particular individual might be getting stronger and stronger, because we're all at different stages here. So that's, everything's trying to get back into alignment. And if something is out of alignment and you're feeling in alignment, then that contrast is going to be a lot more strong than it normally is. You're going to really feel that, because this is go time. This is the time where it's like, it says right there, anything unaligned has to go, and it is, and it's being cleared. And that sense of security and stability is coming back full force. Okay? But it has to get all that dense, dark energy out. And this can manifest in so many different ways for you. Like I was saying about nightmares. I do a lot of my shadow work in my dream state. And I've had some very, very unpleasant dreams. And I'm so familiar with that energy because every time I wake up from it, I'm like shaking almost. And I see this strange bronze color. I can't even hardly describe it. And that's when I know I went somewhere and was doing deep, deep shadow work. Because I wake up almost terrified for just a few minutes because I had to go places within my dream state that were very dark, very scary, and conquer it, basically, to conquer it and take control instead of it controlling me. So a lot of you might be noticing that you're having a lot of nightmares. Just getting the heebie-jeebies sometimes, like the chills, like, ooh, there's a weird energy around. Yeah, there's a lot of energy and it's very potent right now. So that's why I'm saying it's super important to pay attention where you're focusing that. Where is your mind? Where is your focus? Okay? And yeah, I mean, watch how things manifest. You know, just being aware, just kind of almost stepping outside of yourself and looking down and being like, oh, that's why that's happening. Or that's, you know, that's the most important thing, is just being aware, being consciously aware of your thoughts and your actions and everything and how it's manifesting for you. Okay? So I think that's about it. I hope to be back soon. I love you all. Bye.